All right, we're back for another pay-per-view predictions. This is WWE Payback 2013.
This is the stupidest name for a pay-per-view ever.
I wouldn't call it the stupidest.
It's pretty stupid.
You're telling me it's stupider than just naming it after a gimmick match?
Maybe not necessarily. I mean, it's better than tables, ladders, and chairs, but that's not saying much.
It's better than some of the other ones they've come up with in the past.
Like, I was half scared that, like, when they started doing that, they were just going to name one Steel Cage.
I was expecting that they would do that too. But, anyway. We start the show off with Sheamus versus Damien Sandow in the Payback match kickoff because Sheamus is in there, so they can't call it the pre-show because that would just take any credibility away from Sheamus.
Yeah.
Gotta call it the kickoff. Which, actually, I think this match will be a pretty good match. I will actually probably watch this. I never watched the pre-shows, but I do enjoy Damien Sandow, and he usually has good matches with Sheamus. So.
Yeah, Damien Sandow is probably, like, one of my favorite guys.
Oh, yeah, same here.
In WWE at current. But again, I don't really watch WWE all that often anymore. Mostly because my job is incredibly time-consuming. And I have weird hours. Anyway, so now that I've given that disclaimer, my pick to win this match is going to be Sheamus because Damien Sandow doesn't win anything right now.
Yes, I'm going to have to agree with you. I mean, as much as I want Damien Sandow to win, we all know that's not going to happen.
In fact, there's that part of me that's like afraid that it's going to be like the WrestleMania match that he had with Daniel Bryan, where he's just going to run across the ring and hit him with the bro kick, and then that'll be the kickoff to Payback.
Oh, I hope not.
Literally.
I hope not.
I would laugh if that actually happened, though. But that's just me.
I could see it happening though, but
yeah, I can see it happening, but it's not going to happen.
I hope not.
Yeah, Sheamus is going to win this thing. I'm sorry to burst everyone's bubble,
but yeah, Sheamus is. If Sandow comes out on top in that one, I will be very surprised.
I'll be ecstatic.
Oh, I will too.
It would finally mean that Damien Sandow is going to get a push of some sort, but
that probably won't happen.
Oh, come on, don't.
Oh, I hope it happens, but
I really hope it does.
The chances of it happening are slim to none, at least at this point.
Right now.
It'll happen eventually, but...
Yeah, I think it'll happen eventually. He's just too good.
May take a while for it to get to there.
Yeah. Alright. So the next match, I guess, since Justin doesn't want to say it, the next match is going to be a WWE Divas Championship match. And it's going to be the champion, Caitlyn, taking on AJ Lee.
I'm going with AJ Lee on this one. I think it makes complete sense. I don't see Caitlyn retaining the title.
Yeah, I agree.
They've been pushing AJ far too long, far too hard for her just to come up short.
Well, even more so, it's like who's more quote-unquote over.
Exactly, like, AJ, definitely AJ.
Definitely. So, I mean, it just makes sense that AJ would become the new Divas champion. I mean, I could possibly see them keeping Caitlyn as the champion and making this a little bit more of a series. Like...
But even if Caitlyn loses, she'll still get her rematch, though, so...
Exactly.
It would still be a series then, too.
It would still be a series, but I could kind of see them just wanting to be like, no, AJ's only been... Well, I say that. AJ and Caitlyn have been here for about the same time.
Actually, exactly the same time. They both came in at NXT season 3.
That one season I don't remember.
That one season I remember quite well. Not for good reasons, though.
Of course.
For Michael Cole.
Well, yes.
That man was gold.
He was... perfect. Also, didn't CM Punk show up for an episode?
Yes, he did. That was a good episode, too.
That was a good one.
I think that was the one that Michael Cole wasn't there for, actually.
Yeah. Actually, that was. But yeah, I just see AJ winning this. I mean, there's a possibility that maybe Caitlyn could win it, but I just...
Yeah, I'm definitely going with AJ on this one. I don't think it's going to be a bad match, though. I mean, AJ and Caitlyn, they can put on good... For Divas matches, I mean, they will...
I don't know. Caitlyn hasn't really impressed me. Again, not really watched any of their matches per se. AJ just kind of seems like the better competitor from what I have seen.
Well, she is, but I'm just saying that it probably won't be a bad match. It won't probably just be, they go out there, they do 2 moves, and it's over like most Divas matches. Yeah. Even title matches, that's how they usually are.
Nah, most Divas title matches tend to be a little bit more than that. But
they always end with roll-ups, though.
Well, they always end with roll-ups, yeah, but... Well, except I think for WrestleMania 21, although that kind of turned into a squash match. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe Caitlin's gotten better since NXT, but
Oh, she's definitely gotten better since NXT.
okay, because I was about to say because she didn't really impress me.
She's gotten a lot better since NXT actually. Like,
Yeah. Alright.
Or anyway, we're both going with AJ on that one too.
Yep.
Next up is the United States Championship match. Dean Ambrose taking on the challenger Kane.
It makes absolutely no sense that Kane would become the new United States champion. Dean Ambrose
there's no way that Dean Ambrose is going to drop the title already, especially to Kane when he had no reason to be in the United States Championship match, really.
Yes. Now, if it's going to be a clean victory, that one would be a little bit more of a debate.
I think it will be.
I mean, there's a chance, obviously. If they want to give a little bit more legitimacy to the Shield, but if they do want to continue on with the whole entire "we're brothers" kind of thing or whatever, I could kind of see a bit of interference, but
maybe an interference, but the ref doesn't see it, so it's not like a DQ victory.
Yeah, it won't be a DQ victory.
Well, you never know. They've gotten a lot of DQ victories or DQ losses or whatever,
DQ
in their
exception.
I don't singles matches on SmackDown.
Yeah, I don't see them getting I don't see Dean Ambrose getting DQ'd. I do see him winning. It's just whether or not there is interference or not.
I could see interference happening, but I don't know.
I don't see Dean Ambrose getting DQ'd.
Either way, Dean Ambrose is going to retain.
Mostly just because this is a pay-per-view and they like to try and avoid DQs if they can.
Yeah.
So, yep, Dean Ambrose will win that. We're both in agreement. We've been in agreement pretty much this whole entire card.
Yes, we have so far.
Alright, so now it's time for the WWE Tag Team Championship match with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, champions, taking on the challengers Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton. I have not been paying attention. What the hell happened?
Well, Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton pretty much have been going back and forth because Daniel Bryan thinks Orton's screwing him out of the victories the past couple of weeks because of him being in the ring at the wrong time or whatever. And then the same thing happened to Randy Orton on SmackDown where Daniel Bryan accidentally kicked him in the head, Orton RKO'd him, and now they're in a tag team match. Don't ask me why. Vicky Guerrero made it.
Oh. Well, the Shield's gonna win because
the Shield's gonna win it. Look at that pairing. They have no reason to be going for the tag team titles. Just like Kane has no reason for going for the United States Championship.
I agree. I mean, unless, Orton was a tag team champion, right?
At one point, I believe.
Yeah, wasn't he a tag team champion with Ric Flair?
Yes, I think, or was that Batista that was the Randy was the Intercontinental champion when they were in Evolution.
Right.
That was Batista that was the tag team champion.
It was Batista and Ric Flair that was.
Yeah.
I mean, I could maybe see them giving the title to Orton so that way they can make him a Triple Crown champion. But it won't happen.
He has had the tag team titles, I think, with Edge, didn't he, when Rated RKO?
Oh, yeah, Rated RKO. Fucking, sorry. It was a weird tag team for me, so,
So I definitely see the Shield retaining the titles in this.
It's gonna be the Shield. Hopefully, after this match, they'll just be like, okay, Daniel Bryan, you can go back to being a world title contention now.
Hopefully. I mean, he picked up the victory over Seth Rollins on SmackDown, which hasn't aired yet, but he made him tap out in the Shield's first official non-DQ loss.
Spoilers, God.
Well, this will probably go up, past Friday, so maybe. It won't be spoilers then.
Yeah, with your hatred of editing and everything. Yeah, it's going to be the Shield. There's really no point in really dwelling on that, I think.
All right. So next up on the card is the Intercontinental Championship match. Wade Barrett versus The Miz versus Curtis Axel, which was supposed to be Fandango in that spot, but he got a concussion, so he's out. I don't know for how long, but
hopefully not too long. We'll see.
So I don't know what they're going to do with this one. I mean, it would make sense to put it on Curtis Axel, but with the way they want to push him, but
yeah, it makes sense that they would put him on Curtis.
But I mean, he was the replacement in the match. He wasn't even
exactly.
So at the same time, it wouldn't make sense to put it on him.
I mean, it would make sense from creative direction to maybe make Curtis Axel the Intercontinental Champion moving forward. I mean, I'm pretty sure they would have done it eventually anyway.
Oh yeah, they probably would have done that eventually, but I don't think that was the plans yet.
Yeah, I don't think that was the plan yet. Maybe it was Fandango as the.
I definitely think they would have given it to Fandango if he didn't get the concussion, but
maybe. But it's kind of difficult for me to say because you've got a lot of people in this match that we're trying to build up a little bit.
I hope, as much as I like The Miz, I don't like face Miz, so I do not want The Miz to win this one.
Well, I just don't like The Miz in general, so I really don't.
Well, I know you don't like Miz in general. I like Miz as a heel, but as a face, he's just no. He panders to the crowd way too much, and his jokes are just awful. And
oh, so you mean like his entire career, basically?
Hey now.
He was just a guy that said, whatever. Sorry, I'll turn to CM Punk for a second if I were to say that. I don't know. This is tough because there's a part of me that wants to say it would make complete and utter sense for Curtis Axel to become the Intercontinental Champion because it'll help him gain a little bit more credibility. Because I think a lot of people, including myself, are still kind of thinking of Curtis Axel as Michael McGillicuddy.
Well, definitely.
Definitely. So there's a part of me that says, put it on Curtis. Maybe that'll help him a little bit. And it's like, well, Wade Barrett's been the Intercontinental Champion for a while now, and
that's because creative does not know how to book a champion. They book them to lose every single week, and they think because they have the championship, it's going to make it okay.
Yeah, true.
But that's not the way it works. I mean, Wade Barrett is literally tapped out to Miz's god-awful figure 4 leg lock at least 5 times. At least. Which, that's not the way you make a champion look strong, especially going into a triple threat match at the pay-per-view.
I agree. I mean, unless maybe they're just trying to be like, okay, well, Wade Barrett's going to be losing the championship, so might as well just start burying the crap out of him. I don't know.
Well, they do that to every Intercontinental Champion, though.
Yeah.
Even when Kofi Kingston was the U.S. champion, they were having him lose like every week, so.
Yeah, but then of course at the pay-per-view they would have him win.
So this is a tough one to choose who's gonna win, really.
I'm gonna say Curtis Axel.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Curtis Axel too.
Because he's really the only one that, to me, that would make sense. I mean, maybe let Wade Barrett keep it. Maybe it's just my own personal biases against The Miz. I don't see him winning.
I don't see The Miz winning either. Like I said, I do not want The Miz to win this. I mean, he won the Intercontinental Championship on the WrestleMania pre-show, lost it the next night on Raw, so.
Exactly, so.
I don't know why he's still a contender for it.
I don't understand why The Miz is still around, but, I hate him so much. Alrighty. So now we come to the match that pretty much has been what I think is going to be the big draw for Payback. Now whether it'll be a plus or a minus, that's going to be determined, but it's going to be CM Punk taking on Chris Jericho. It's a match we've seen before, but I think they work together so well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
CM Punk and Jericho that it's not anything that I wouldn't want to see again.
Now, the thing is, before last week Raw, I was actually thinking that Punk was gonna no-show and he was gonna be replaced by Curtis Axel, but that's obviously not gonna happen now. So
obviously, so there is the question of whether or not CM Punk is going to show up.
Honestly, I want to see the match, but I don't want to see Punk's return. I want him to have a surprise return when he does eventually return.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of understand wanting to have him have a little surprise return and, kind of build himself more up toward a championship and then kind of meandering with rivalries and all that. But I honestly do think that CM Punk is going to come back.
Oh, if he does, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain. Like I said, I would like to see him have a big surprise return.
I think he's going to come back for this match. And I think if they do end up having this match, CM Punk will win because he's going to have a lot of appeal, especially for this hometown crowd.
It definitely wouldn't make sense for CM Punk to come back and lose, especially after he's lost. This would be the 4th pay-per-view in a row, I believe, that he would lose. So that wouldn't really make him look good at all.
Exactly. So I think...
It's Jericho at this point, he can afford to lose every single match. He's still going to look strong at this point in his career.
Well, I mean, it's Chris Jericho.
Exactly. He can lose all the pay-per-view matches. He's still going to get cheered. He's not going to people aren't going to look less of him because he's losing these big matches.
Exactly. I mean, he's basically doing what I would expect any older WWE superstar to do.
Yeah, he's putting over younger talent.
Exactly.
Which is the greatest thing. Which is what I like about Jericho.
Exactly. That's why I have a lot of respect for Chris Jericho.
He's one of the few guys that will actually come back and lose to a guy like Fandango at WrestleMania.
Exactly.
So,
I mean, you know, say what you want about Chris Jericho going off all the time and, you know, pursuing whatever he does. You know, that's his own business. At least he has the goddamn common courtesy to come back and put people over.
Yeah, exactly. He never just doesn't come back. He will eventually will return. So
yeah,
even after his 3-year hiatus back in 2005, he still came back 2007.
Oh yeah,
so
definitely. I mean, I have a lot of respect for Chris Jericho.
Oh yeah, so do I. He's one of my probably favorites of all time, actually.
Yep.
Way up there on the list.
So I think, but yeah, CM Punk's gonna win it.
But CM Punk, yes. Oh,
if he comes back.
Yes, that would happen.
Call. Woo! Woo!
Moving on.
Moving onward.
The World Heavyweight Championship match. Dolph Ziggler versus Alberto Del Rio. And there is a little vote thing on this one on WWE.com. So I'm going to vote for Dolph Ziggler and to look at the percentages. 34% for Dolph Ziggler, 66% for Alberto Del Rio.
Well, I mean, you know, Dolph Ziggler can sell a mean wrestling match. That being said, though, and I think we've been in agreement pretty much the whole entire card.
Oh, yeah.
I do see Dolph Ziggler winning.
Yeah, I don't see Alberto Del Rio winning the title for the third time for no apparent reason at all. I mean,
exactly.
He is I just cannot get into Alberto Del Rio. He just bores me. He's not bad in the ring, but his just character and everything about him is just bland.
Yeah, he's not a very charismatic guy, in my opinion, Alberto Del Rio. But I mean, that's why he has Ricardo Rodriguez to kind of give him a little bit of...
And the one thing I don't understand about Ricardo Rodriguez is why the hell does he carry around that bucket every match?
I don't know either.
Is it a random ass? I don't even know.
Like I said, I don't watch WWE television anymore, so I wasn't paying attention, and I wasn't aware that Alberto Del Rio had a bucket.
Yeah, Ricardo Rodriguez just has a bucket at every match. He has this little bucket that has Del Rio's logo on it.
Well, maybe it's his bucket of hopes and dreams.
It's his destiny bucket?
This is my destiny, to fill this bucket with the tears of my enemies.
See, now that would make it more interesting.
Yes, I don't know.
But yeah, Dolph Ziggler is definitely going to retain in this one.
I think Dolph Ziggler is going to retain, if only just because he is coming back from a concussion. A lot of my picks, as far as people coming back from injury, it has to do with them just coming back.
Yeah.
I want Dolph Ziggler to come back and retain his championship.
Yeah, this would be his actual first title defense, and I don't want him to lose it already. That would just...
Exactly. That would just really diminish everything that Dolph Ziggler's done.
Yeah, he's finally won the title and then lose it on his first defense. That's not going to happen.
Well, he's finally won the title and held the title. I mean, he didn't win the title and then lose it the exact same night that he won it.
Well, actually, I think he was Vicky Guerrero. Vicky Guerrero, I believe, gave it to him.
And then
stripped it from Edge, gave it to him, and then Teddy Long came back.
It was, hold on a minute, players. You can't go willy-nilly stripping titles from everybody. So now we're gonna put you in a World Heavyweight Championship match.
So we're gonna put you in a tag team match. Actually, I think it was a tag team match.
Why would you know?
I think because Vicky also fired Kelly, and I believe she was in the match against Vicky and Dolph.
Oh yeah.
I know that happened. I think that was that same night.
I think that championship reign though, that championship quote unquote reign is still recognized by WWE though.
Yes, it is, but it lasted all of literally 15 minutes, I think.
Not even that.
Not even.
So yeah, Dolph Ziggler is probably gonna win this match. I mean, there's a possibility that Del Rio could win this match. I mean, WWE just seems to be enamored with Dolph Ziggler for some... not Dolph Ziggler, I'm sorry. Alberto Del Rio for some reason.
I don't understand why.
Like I said, from an in-ring standpoint, I like the guy.
Yeah, same here, but he's just...
charismatically, he's not the best, but I mean, he's not the worst.
No, he's not the worst, but just something about him just bores me more than like almost anybody else.
I understand where you're coming from.
I just can't get into him.
I just like him a little bit too much.
I'm just glad he doesn't do my destiny and my name is Alberto Del Rio anymore. But you are that.
I wish he kept doing that.
Well, I would, as long as you didn't do it's my destiny, then.
It is my destiny to tell you what my name is, that way you don't forget me.
He did the destiny thing literally for 2 years.
Oh, it was the best.
It was the worst it was the best of the worst. It was
the best of times, it was the worst of times. Speaking of the worst of times, it's now time to talk about the main event for the WWE Championship. 3 stages of hell match.
The fourth 3 stages of hell match in history, to be exact.
Indeed. So basically it's just a 2 out of 3 falls match with gimmicks. Anyway, John Cena versus Ryback Skip Sheffield. Who you got? Don't care. I
don't care either.
I know so hard.
And I highly doubt that Ryback is going to win this. I don't. I gotta check the votes on WWE.com though, see what's the percentage, see if they're worse than Extreme Rules. I'm gonna click for Ryback.
Please tell me there's an option that's just like, I don't give a shit.
I wish, but it's 80% for Cena, 20 for Ryback.
Why am I not surprised?
I believe Extreme Rules, Ryback had more than that, so.
Yeah.
But I couldn't care less.
I don't care either.
Actually, I think we never said what the 3 stages were. That would be a good thing to.
Well, I don't have that in front of me.
Oh, well, the first one is a lumberjack match. Here, let's just go by each stipulation who we think is gonna win the.
Okay. I mean, it is basically 3 matches.
Yeah. Lumberjack, it would probably be Ryback, John Cena coming up with the fall, because it has to end by pinfall or submission, and Cena's not gonna get pinned. So. Yeah. Next match is going to, of course, be Ryback putting Cena through the table.
Yeah.
And then the ambulance match.
Yeah, I mean, obviously with the 3 stages of hell match, there is no reason to have an ambulance match, have Ryback driving the ambulance.
For it not to happen.
For there not to be the ambulance match. So, I mean, it's pretty obvious. I think, I kind of agree with you, Justin. Cena's going to win the lumberjack match. Ryback's going to win the tables match. And then we finally get to the last match.
Which Cena will probably come out and win that one. He'll overcome the odds.
I disagree.
Oh, that would be the very first time we disagree on the pay-per-view.
Dissension this pay-per-view. Finally coming in the main event. I think Ryback will win. Again, it goes back to what I talked about last pay-per-view. I think they want to make Ryback the next big guy.
See, I thought so too, but it's just they could have done that at Extreme Rules, but they decided against it.
They really could have.
Exactly, but they decided against it, and now they're going into 3 stages of hell match where, I don't know, it just, and Ryback's been driving around the ambulance, putting people in it all the time, so it would just be right, according to WWE, for John Cena to finally put him in the ambulance, you know?
Karmatically, yes, it would make sense that Cena would win at the end of the match, or at the end of the day.
See, the whole time before, I was always hoping that the way right as the ambulance match was actually announced, I was expecting CM Punk to return by hopping out of the back of the ambulance at the end of the match, but that's clearly not happening as he's on the card.
It's a possibility, maybe. I mean, if he doesn't show up for the Jericho match.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I guess CM Punk isn't in town. Sorry, everybody. And then at the very end of the pay-per-view, he pops out. Maybe.
See, if they want to instantly put him back in the title picture, that would be the way to do it.
That'd be a way to do it, but,
It doesn't mean someone else might not be in the ambulance waiting for someone to open and, attack them, but...
Yeah, it could be Braden Walker in there.
The long-awaited return. Knock, knock, who's there? Braden Walker.
Maybe Brock Lesnar, I don't know. I don't know, if they do it clean, clean, and have it where there is actually going to be a victor in this match, I think it's going to be Ryback.
I don't know.
They've been trying to build this guy up for so long.
I know they have, and he wants to bring every member of the WWE Universe to the morgue, so.
It just.
And he also said that he's going to introduce John Cena to Lucifer at Payback, so.
Yeah.
He means business.
He means serious business.
He's not messing around anymore.
Yeah, I just see Ryback winning. From a storyline standpoint, it probably doesn't make the most sense. Karmatically, it would make sense that John Cena would win. Of
course, because overcoming the odds. It's Cena's thing, even though he's been overcoming the odds for the past 7 years, and there's no more odds left for him to overcome, but there's still odds.
There's still odds. I mean, it makes absolutely no sense. As CM Punk said, he has become what he hates. He has become the New York Yankees.
And CM Punk was exactly right with that one. Exactly on the point.
It was on the mark.
Exactly.
On that.
Definitely.
So, I mean, I see John Cena winning. It's just, maybe it's just because I'm just so bored of John Cena being champion.
If I had to choose, if it's my own personal opinion, I would have to, no, not my opinion, because my opinion is that John Cena is going to win, but in my own, who I would like to see win would be Ryback, just to give someone new a shot with the title.
I mean, frankly, if it was whoever I wanted to win this match, I would just say Zack Ryder would come out of the back and then throw both of them into the ambulance, and then he would be the WWE champion because this is WCW again.
Well, I prefer Heath Slater to do that, actually.
No, I'm lying. I'd rather it be David Otunga. I'm sorry. Not just.
That wouldn't be bad, but Heath Slater would just. What about Drew McIntyre can do it too? I'd be fine with that. Drew McIntyre. There, actually, all the 3-man band to come out. And
the 3-man band.
The 3-man band to have all members.
The WWE Championship, and they defend it using the Freebird rule. That is our official prediction.
3-man band rules.
The 3-man band go with the Freebird rule on the WWE Championship.
Or the 3-bird rule, actually.
The 3-bird.
3-bird rule.
Justin, get out.
Okay.
Okay.
That is our predictions.
That is our predictions.
Predictions for Payback.
So we're actually pretty much exactly the same all the way down. Sheamus, AJ Lee.
Let's recap the card here.
Yeah, for the kickoff,
we are Sheamus. With Sheamus to win this one.
Divas Championship, we're both going with AJ
Lee.
United States Championship.
Both with Ambrose.
Ambrose is going to retain. Tag Team Championship.
Shield is going to retain.
Shield will retain.
Intercontinental Championship. We think that Curtis Axel is going to pick up the title in this.
Yep. CM Punk versus Chris Jericho, if it happens.
We're both going with CM Punk on this one.
World Heavyweight Championship, Dolph Ziggler.
And then
WWE Championship, it's going to be the 3-man band defending it using the Freebird rule.
Yep. It's going to win the first, Ryback's going to win the second, and then 3-man band's going to come out and throw them both in the ambulance and defend it under 3-bird rule.
Yes, 3-bird rule.
3-bird rule.
No, seriously, I for whatever reason, I just think it's going to be Ryback.
I think it's going to be the 3-man band. In all seriousness.
Right, so this is only going up on your channel, got it. Not that I was recording at all. Anyway, thank you all for joining us for yet another stupid-ass prediction of pay-per-views. We are probably completely wrong.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's got to be some that we're wrong on.
There's going to be a swerve on some of these, but
maybe not. We don't know, but
who knows?
Let us know what you think, who is going to win and whatnot.
And let us know what you think of 3-man band as the WWE Championship.
Yeah, 3-bird rule.
Champions, not the champions.
Well, the title and the
winner of the WWE Championship gets the 3-man bands. That's how it works.
Bye.